Welcome back to some more geometry. Today, we're looking at law of sine. So, up to this point, and then a little bit of like the last one, we have used sine, cosine, tangent with right triangles. So this time we're kind of bringing in some non-right triangles. So these work with any kind of triangle, realistically speaking, because again, triangle is the relationship between angles and sides. So it doesn't have to necessarily be right. It's just the easiest way to teach it. So you understand the whole concept of what sides have the ratio business. But let's start with our only thing we're going to talk about today. It's only one slide of notes. The rest are just examples. So the law of sine again is used to find side length using angle measure. Now you can also use it to find angle, but there's a whole different law, a law of cosine that we'll talk about in the future about how to find angles. But let's look at this one right here. So here, even though I wrote all three proportional things together, you won't use three. You'll use these two together, or these two together. Now don't stress about the semantics of the letters. What this is saying is that we're going to take the sine of an angle over its opposite side. So that's why big B to B. We're going to take the sine of this angle over its opposite side, or we'll take the sine of this angle over its opposite side. So that's where we get these ratios set up. Again, like I said, you will not use all three proportions at one time. You'll use two at a time. So this it really helps if you just get into it so we can kind of look at this right here. So we are looking for this side right here. So that means we're going to use this angle over its opposite side. So we'll do sine of 60 over its opposite side, x. And then we're going to put that over the other angle whose opposite side we also have. And so in this case, that's proportional to sine of 78 over its opposite side, 8. Now, this is all cross multiplication. We spent a lot of time on doing that, so we're going to cross multiply here. When I'm getting x times sine of 78 equals 8 times sine of 60. Now, before we start putting all these numbers in the calculator, let's go ahead and first kind of finish the problem on hand so we kind of get it. So to get x by itself, what do we do, class? Yeah, we divide by our sine of 78. So we're going to divide both sides by sine of 78. In doing so, we're left with x equals, and then we have 8 times sine of 60 over sine of 78. This is what's going to go in your calculator. Now, even out of habit, I like to do the top part first. So I'll do 8 divided by sine of 60. Hit enter first, and you get roughly, what do you get right there? 6.9, and then you're going to divide that by the other side, sine of 78. Done correctly, you should get 7.08. So x equals rounded off 7.08 or 7.1. I think the book's going to have you rounded to the 10th. But if it's 100th, then it stays at 7.08. All right, so try this one right here. So looking at this one down here, we have the angle and its opposite side that we're looking for. But look at this. I have a 24 down here, but that's not going to help me because I have nothing over here, and it's really hard to kind of try to just guess what these angles are. So what we're going to do is we're going to find the missing angle that we have here. We're going to find this angle right here, which when you take 180 minus 125 minus 24, you end up getting 31. So now I'm going to use this angle in its opposite side. That is a lot more doable here. So let's set it up. We got sine of 125 over the unknown x equals sine of the other angle, 31, over its opposite side, 6.8. Just like before, we're going to cross multiply. So we end up getting, x times sine of 31 equals 6.8 times sine of 125. Oh, give me a call. Sorry, and then we're going to go ahead and divide both sides by sine of 31, sine of 31. We're doing so again to get x by itself. So in your calculator, you're going to have x equals 6.8 sine of 125 divided by sine of 31. My handwriting's getting kind of bad. Getting a little tired. All right. Let's put that in the calculator. So we got 6.88 times sine of 125. We get a number like 5.57. We're going to divide that by sine of 31. To your right, you should get 10.8 right there, 10.8. All right, one more practice problem. You're going to have a couple word problems. I say a couple. I think just probably two. Here's some word problems. So here, Mr. Mr. Fortunado is having a boundary survey. So he's going to check where everything's at, where's the boundary to things. All right. Across is our x right here. This will be what we're looking for. So we need the angle across. Luckily, we do have that. So that's 24. So 24 and x over here. Good. Now we have this angle up here. And this side, that'd be a perfect match. If we didn't have this angle, or we had this one, we would use the other side. But we have this angle and its opposite side, so we're going to use this one. So when we set up a ratio here, we're going to have sine of 24 over x equals my sine of 106 over its opposite side, 146.9. Just like before, we're going to cross multiply that with that. Doing so, we get x times sine of 106 equals 146.9 times sine of its opposite cross side right here, 24. Now, somebody asked me, why do I put the number in front and not at the end? Strictly because sometimes we get confused. We'll hit like sine of 24 times 146.9 without closing the parentheses. And when we do that, it will multiply this number with 24 before it does the sign. And that's not what we need. We need sine of 24 to happen first, and then we multiply. So if we put it in front, it forces the sine of 24 to happen on its own without having a mistake. So back to finishing the problem here. We're going to divide both sides by sine of 106. Divide both sides by sine of 106. So x will equal whatever, 146.9 times sine of 24 divided by sine of 106. So get your calculators out. Let's try that out. So 146.9 times sine of 24. I always hit enter to see that number. You get 59.7. You divide that by sine of 106. You get roughly 62.2 feet. All right, y'all. Hopefully that helps out. Y'all have a great rest of your day. Bye.